President Muhammad Buhari's administration, when he's out of office, will be put under the spotlight as his achievements and shortcomings will be extensively discussed when he hands over power on the 29th of this month. Femi Adesina, presidential spokesperson, has praised Buhari, saying the president has served Nigeria meritoriously throughout his administration, that he would not be leaving Nigeria the way he met it. To add to his many works as President Buhari, the president yesterday declared that his government's promise of change for homeowners in the country had been fulfilled. Buhari spoke during the presentation of keys to some new homeowners at the Federal Housing Authority, Buba, in the Federal Capital Territory. With the ruling party set to rule for another 4 years, opposition parties would be ruining the missed opportunity during this past election to take power from the APC. The senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, had asserted that while the APC was working hard to retain power in the recent elections, the combined opposition was busy telling their foreign backers that they would defeat the APC. That the opposition parties lost the 2023 presidential election because of their overconfidence, complacency, and bad tactical moves. Joining us on the show this morning to discuss Buhari's tenure, post-election issues, and also the future of his party is Buba Galadima, a chieftain of New Nigeria People's Party. Welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, Alaji.
Welcome to the morning.
Thank you very much for having me this morning.
Thank you for joining us. Well, very quickly, you had Ayo Mairoes giving a review of reactions from the government side. The presidency's opposition parties had bad tactical moves, and that this election has been won and lost. Lai Mohammed says opposition parties should stop bleating like goats, like sheep. And we can see within this space that there is a momentum. May 29, we have been told, is sacrosanct, and the president-elect has moved into the Defense House. There is a momentum. The president-elect is even going to Rivers State, where the state government has declared a public holiday to receive him. So let me ask you, the standard question on this program, how market, Alaji? This battle seems to have been won and lost.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ruben Nabati. As you have rightly observed, I think Femi Adesina, I said, was right, because the president would not be leaving the country as he met it. We wished that he could have kept the country at May 29, 2015, when he met it. We could have clapped for him and even escort him to Daura, wherever he intends to live after leaving office. The man has set Nigeria 100 years back, divided Nigeria along religious lines, divided Nigeria along ethnic lines, and crashed bad economic policies that had left the dollar, which he met at 157 naira per dollar. He is now leaving it at nearly 800. That is if you see the dollar to buy. And insecurity was confined to the northeast generally, except some dark spots that had happened in Abuja, Kano, and some few other places. Today, you cannot travel to any part of Nigeria with your eyes closed. You have to spend the night praying that God delivers you. If that is the kind of Nigeria that Femi Adesina would want, then I pray to God to visit him with what the common people suffer daily in Nigeria. I learned also Garba Shehu said some kind words about his boss, that the opposition were complacent, they were not prepared, and that is why they lost the election. I wish somebody, or you people, should tell Garba Shehu that yes, he is right, but he was part of the opposition to this incoming government. Buhari and himself and others around them never wished these people to emerge as they emerged. They emerged at their own strength and their own volition. My only regret in this country is that Buhari has left Nigerian polity bedeviled by religious and monetization issues, which was worse than rigging, because you can no more win election on the basis of the quality of service, on the basis of your credibility, on the basis of your public service, on the basis of what you had done, but it is also only on the basis of money. Of course, religious leaders, both Christians and Muslims, were a disappointment during this election, because instead of preaching morality and telling Nigerians that, look, this is what God expects of a leader, they made themselves God and thought they can install leaders of their choice. They have utterly been disappointed, and I wish this had been a lesson for the people of this country, that nobody should deceive you on the basis of religion, where you come from, or your language, to promote a bad government. To the masses themselves, they were a greater disappointment, because instead of voting for those that will salvage them from their abject poverty, from their pitiable condition, they voted for those who have given them Indomie, one 1,000 naira or 100 naira. Now they should wait to reap the harvest of their investment.
All right.
This is where Nigeria finds itself today, and I don't know.
Alhaji, before you go, what do you have to say to Alhaji Lai Mohammed, who says opposition leaders are bleating like goats and sheep, and they should stop whining?
Well, Lai has been a friend for a long time. He had never been a politician. He doesn't know the feelings of the people. He doesn't know the conditions of the people. He has always been appointed to reap where he did not sow. So he cannot see the condition of the ordinary Nigerian, nor can he see the condition under which the opposition had worked to wrest power from them. So since they used the instrumentality of government, since they have used the power of money, which they had in abundance, and bought themselves into the office, he's free to say what he wants to say. But a date is waiting for him with the people of Kwara State, with the people of Lagos State, and indeed with the people of Nigeria, to put his scorecard on the table while being a minister for 8 good years.
All right. Thank you, Alhaji Galadima. Now, when Mr. Femi Adesina was with us on Monday, on Tuesday, he had spoken about the fact that he had gone through the footprints on the sands, a fact sheet report he had released detailing some of the achievements of the President Muhammadu Buhari administration. Now, you have made claims that you don't agree with the fact that he has, or that you said that he hasn't left Nigeria in a better situation. Well, Mr. Femi Adesina came with a fact sheet. So, fact-based, what are some of the areas, or which are some of the areas? I know you talked broadly about, people are worse off than they were pre his administration. But they mentioned job creation. They talked about infrastructural development. They looked at international appointments of Nigeria. So they were able to pinpoint areas, talked about enabling business environment, and a number of other things. What's your fact sheet to judge the president's administration, to substantiate your claim that he hasn't done very well? So what are those specific areas?
Well, I think when I did my opening remark, it looked as if you are remembering about your activities yesterday, rather than what we were doing together with you now. I said that Buhari met Naira at 157 per dollar. Today, it is nearly 800 Naira per dollar. He met pump price of oil at so-so, and today it is so. He met a bag of rice at 7,000 Naira. Today, it is 60,000 Naira. Buhari met insecurity, confined generally only into the northeastern part of Nigeria. Today, insecurity is across all the land. There are nothing so critical to any Nigerian more than security, more than food on the table, more than the exchange rate. Once these three are down, what else would Buhari say he has done? He has not done anything to warrant being applauded. My only pity for General Buhari is that, you know, a lot of leaders play God, and it is a lesson to them. The incoming government knows that Buhari never supported them, but it is God that anoints leaders. It is God that dethrones leaders. The man, in his wilderness, believed that loyalty should be the act of government, and that people should worship him. So those serial betrayers that were kneeling down and lying down and worshiping him, and he granted them access to power, are now those that are abusing him, those that are taking him to court, those that are saying all unkind things with them. They have already started with Bola Tinubu because they want to ingratiate themselves. They cannot be out of power. They are Ajib. Any government in power, they must find a way of getting there. I am advising Tinubu to be aware of the pitfalls of those that must be in the corridor of power. He should scrap and get rid of them. Either send them, if he's so passionate about their contribution, make them ambassadors outside Nigeria, not to give them any public office, sensitive public office that has anything to do with human beings in this country. For Buhari, those of us that he jilted, I want to assure him that he will leave us hale, hearty, fat, and robust, and will continue to do what we know how to do best. For him, I should advise that he should move completely out of this country, because the kind of messages or the kind of criticisms he will come through from those that he has assisted is enough to cause him a heart attack.
Okay, Alhaji. Alhaji, good to see you again. Real quickly, you are his friend. He jilted you, hurt you deeply. Would you pick up the phone and call him when he leaves office? Would you visit him? Would you still give him some of this counsel you used to give him? Because you are hard-hitting when it comes to telling your truth. Would you do all of that to him after he leaves? Secondly, Alhaji, I've got two dimensions to the question. Alhaji, I've got another dimension. These same people in the corridor of power that you said with Buhari did not support Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and now they are going around with Tinubu. What do you think should become of them? You've told Tinubu to keep them far, to keep them away. But these people are very powerful. What should become of them? Because if these people are not talked to, like you said, the country can move forward. So what should become of these people? How should Tinubu deal with these people as we speak today? And why is it that Kwankwaso didn't go to court, despite the fact that you had a very cogent case that your party logo was not on some of the
Rufai, you are asking too many questions.
Continue, Alhaji. You know I don't see you too frequently. You know I don't see you too frequently, so anytime I see you, I get the chance.
Go ahead. You're asking too many questions.
Okay, two questions, Alhaji.
You are asking too many questions in one. No, you asked three.
Okay,
go ahead, Alhaji. Let me tell you that those that are around Bola Tinubu now, pretending to be good boys, pretending to be protecting his interest, they are not powerful. They are nothing. I hope you remember. That is why you should be inviting all the people like us to tell the nation, the young children, history of who and who is in this country. Was it not during Yar'Adua that they picked race? After supporting Yar'Adua, and Yar'Adua turned against them, they picked race and went on exile. What happened? Nothing happened. Nigeria moved forward. Two, that I am a Muslim. We were taught to forgive. We were asked to forgive whatever somebody has done to you. I was in Medina when Buhari was there. My hotel was next to his own. And I was told that why can't we go and greet Buhari? Somebody, a friend, very close friend. I said, no. What would I go and tell him? That, but if I meet him outside on the way to the mosque, I will extend my hand of fellowship and camaraderie to him. And I'm sure immediately Buhari sees me anytime, he will have a crisis in his brain that he has not done well or he has not treated some of us well, his friends who have assisted him to get to power. Because we did. It's on record. He can't deny that. Yet, we are still alive. We are hearty. He can go to Saudi Arabia. We can go. He can go to London. We can go. He can go to France. We can go. So, nothing except that we are very popular. My hotel is less than half a kilometer to the mosque. It takes me 2 to 3 hours to get to the mosque because everybody demanding to have a selfie with me. Everybody is trying to talk to me. I almost lost the essence of going to Mecca because I was not even given the opportunity. Even inside the Kaaba, people come and everybody tries to get my attention. I have never been a counselor in this country. I have never held political office in this country except party office. Yet I am more respected, more idolized than anybody who had been governor or minister in Nigeria today. If I leave this your studio now, on my way out, at least 10 to 20 people will try to hail me. What do I need in life more than this? So, for that one, I have forgiven him if there is anything, because he has never promised me. And he made that point that when we assist him get to power, he will give us position. Buhari has never done that. But morality demands that unless we had an offense in Islam, when you go to the jihad and carry booty, the booty is shared among those who have gone for the war. So we have a portion of the legacy of his office. And if he has any malam or any clergy who will tell him that this is not God's injunction, I would want to know, because I have a share in this government. I can claim a share in this government because I have worked, if not harder than anybody, to make Buhari president. At least I am one of those who have assisted him to be where he is today. It's finished now. He's the one that is himself and his people are the ones that are running for shelter, hiding themselves. We are working with our heads up anywhere we go in this country, and people respect us. Fine. You asked a question about why Kwankwaso didn't go to court. Rufai, I have said times without number, even on this platform, that if there is anybody that can go to court successfully and challenge the mandate of the APC, it is the NNPP. One is that anybody that has voted in this country today has never seen the word NNPP on the ballot. That is exclusion. It is enough to cancel that election. Anybody that has seen our logo, it was malfaced. It was not recognizable. Whether it was a sheep, whether it was a hat, you can't even identify clearly the logo, what it is. And Nigerians from 1999 have been voting. The cumulative votes were always about 32 to 34 million Nigerians vote. This time, only less than 20 million Nigerians have voted. Our claim is that the balance of those who did not vote because when they came to vote for Kwankwaso, they did not see his logo or the name of his party. So, if we go to court and destroy this election, who is the beneficiary? Nigeria must move forward. We also know that there are a lot of people that are waiting on the wings for the past 1 year to establish an interim national government. We never wanted to give them opportunity. Atiku and Obi, nobody can be called to the street to die for them. But if Kwankwaso says come out, he's the only person that can cause instability, because he's the only person that have supporters. When he tells them do this, they can do it and they can die for him. And Kwankwaso is the only presidential candidate in Nigeria that did not run on the platform of religion, on the platform of ethnicity, on the platform of where you came from. He ran on the platform of his credibility and his performance while in public office. That is Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. Whether you like him or you don't like him, that is what he is. And today, he remains the hero and a nationalist of this election.
Alhaji Galadima, it's excellent to hear that the New Nigeria People's Party, your party, and your presidential candidate are committed to the fact that Nigeria must move forward. That is good to hear. As for your matter with President Buhari, well, I guess common sense tells me that it's deeper than we all think. But he has said anybody that is aggrieved should forgive him. And it's good to hear you saying you are forgiven him. But when you two eventually meet, I'm sure you'll resolve the matter. Thank you very much for joining us on The Morning Show.